skull of a Raiders player right there. I won't tell y'all which one now. But nah, we back, y'all. It's your boy Ree, aka the Black Adam Schefter. This is Reaction Monday, week 13. First and foremost, happy Victory Monday to the winners, and to the losers, remember, there's always next week. I know y'all probably missed me last week. I had a couple people reach out saying, yo, what's up? I've been looking for, my apologies. I'm on a little different work schedule. So it's been harder to figure out a time to record, but it's actually Sunday night. I just got done watching the Chiefs game. We lost. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start recording Sunday night, so I had time to edit, and then we have it done early Monday. But with that being said, let's get right into things. To start it off, we had the Thursday night game. We had the Seattle Seahawks at the Dallas Cowboys, a game that the Cowboys was able to win 41-35. Them boys, big day from Dak, big day from CD, he shone. Look, this is the thing. I've been on record to call Dak the most consistently inconsistent quarterback. But this is why, because he has this capability. I never say he was trash. I never say that. But Dak has this capability to put up numbers. He has the capability, and I think that's the frustrating thing. But I don't know. CD looked good. I've been kind of a critic of CD in the past, I guess you could say, but I'm finally actually getting on the CD Lamb train. Shout out my boy Tony. He's a Cowboys fan. He's always been petitioning for him. I'm giving CD. I'm tipping my hat to him, y'all. I tip my hat to CD. It's crazy what I'm about to say. The Cowboys are a Super Bowl dark horse. With the way they play and the capability of that defense, if Dak could just be what he has been last week, even the Eagles game, I know they lost, but if Dak could play at that level, that's what they need. The Seahawks actually put up numbers, though, too, this game, which is crazy. But the Seahawks now dropped to third in the NFC West, 6-6. Do we got the Seahawks making the playoffs? I don't know. We'll have to see. But then we'll get into the Sunday games. Kicking off our Sunday games, we had the Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans. Again, the Texans were able to win 22-17. The Texans roll. Now 7-5. They're third in the AFC South. Bad news, Tank Dell, the rookie wide receiver who has been just completely breaking out along with CJ Stroud. He actually got hurt. It didn't look pretty. But are the Texans gonna make the playoffs? Drop down in the comments if the Texans are gonna make the playoffs. Drop a comment, let me know if the Texans will make the playoffs. Denver, that's a tough loss for them. They were building. They were definitely building. They're building steam. They've been looking good ever since that Chiefs game. And this is a tough loss because it's like now they're in a position where every game for them is a must win. They can't really afford to drop games because then they got to wait on this team to lose and hope they needed to win that game. The Chiefs ended up losing today, so that kind of helped them. But that was a must-win game for Denver, as long as with every other game. Next up, we had the LA Chargers at the New England Patriots, a game that the Bolts was able to win. Falling asleep, because that was an absolute snooze fest. The Chargers won 6-0. The game was a snooze fest. The Chargers are 5-7. Is it even fair to call them frauds anymore? And it's going to sound like I'm hating because I'm a Chiefs fan, but I've been telling people for years, they make all these excuses, this, he gets hurt, or this, I don't know, it's every excuse for them. New England is 2-10, y'all. New England is 2-10, y'all. Is it time for Bill to go? What was it? Was it Brady this whole time? I argue that it wasn't just Brady in the past, but I don't know. I don't know. Is time caught up with the Bill? Is the Patriot way no longer a way to win games and be? I don't know. I don't know. But it might be time for Bill to go. Mac Jones, it's time for him to go. He got benched. He didn't start this week. But this game overall, just not much to say. Not much to say. Then we're going to get into the Detroit at New England, a game that the Lions, Restore the Roar, was able to win 33-28. Shout out to my boy CO. That's probably the only Lions fan I know. Honestly, that's crazy. Turkey Day bounced back. They had a bad loss on Turkey Day to the Packers, but they bounced back. The Lions are off to their best start since 1962. Since 1962. They moved to 9-3. They're looking good for. They're in contention for that number one seed. New Orleans, I don't know about that team. They're third in the NFC South now. That's a tough team to really, like, will they make the playoff? You never know. They're just not much to say about them. Not many bright spots with that team. I've been saying they need to trade away Kamara. The only person that they should keep is Chris Olave. That's it. Everybody else got to go. But then next up, we had Arizona at Pittsburgh, a game that the Cardinals were able to win 24-10. Somehow there was some type of delay. I don't know. I was kind of just tuning in. I didn't actually fully watch that game. Just kind of check the score every so often, see what plays was going on. But there was I'm assuming there's a weather delay. But the Cardinals were able to win. Kyler Murray's been back. He's been looking actually all right the time off. My thing is, they've been talking about taking Caleb. I don't think they need to take a quarterback. I think you have Kyler Murray. He's a veteran in the league. He's been played. You don't want to go through a whole rebuild. You go out, you tank for Marvin Harrison Jr. You get Kyler Murray, that top weapon. You have to. What I'm realizing is now Mahomes took heat for it, but you have to put your quarterbacks in these situations with weapons. It makes them easiest on them. It's how they maximize the talent. But yeah, go out and get Marvin. As for the Steelers, bad offense finally caught up with them. I see that Kenny Pickett got hurt. Not like he would have made a difference. Dude's hands are like this. He got the little hand off a Scary Movie. He got them little hands. But yeah, the bad offense caught up with Pittsburgh. I don't know. I don't think the AFC is gonna be tight. I can't say that they won't make the playoffs. It depends. It just depends. Then we had the Atlanta Falcons at the Jets. Again, at the Falcons were able to win 13-8. Falcons are first in the NFC South and moved to 6-6. Riddler is just getting away with terrible quarterback play. Now, this is for my people that say, "Oh, this quarterback's in the perfect situation. This quarterback, this is why he's doing well." Ritter is in a perfect situation. You can't say the offensive line is trash because they're not. They got weapons galore. They got Bijan Robinson. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Drake London. They have weapons. They got Cordell Patterson. They got weapons. And Ritter is not good. So you can't just keep saying, "Oh, well, this quarterback got this or he got this." Put those weapons, give Mahomes those weapons, and give his weapons to the Falcons. Mahomes will probably throw for dang near 60 touchdowns. But that's what I say. Weapons only matter when you're good. When you're good, the weapons matter then. But the Jets, they started Tim Boyle. Who is he? Who is Tim Boyle? No disrespect to Tim Boyle, but who is he? The Jets are 4-8. We got Aaron Rodgers talking about he's coming. Like, come on, Aaron Rodgers, stop it. I get it. You want to prove that this science and all this, but come on, bro. You got to be real with yourself. You're 40 years old. You just tore your Achilles, and your team is not gonna be in the playoffs. What is the point of playing? Let that thing heal. Come back next season and go for it. But yeah, I don't know what to expect out of the Falcons. Maybe they'll win the division. The division overall is not that great. The Jets, their season's over. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers comes back and play. He said December. We're in December, so. Then next up, we had the OT game. We had the Colts at Tennessee Titans, a game that the Colts were able to win 31-28. The Colts now moved to second place in the AFC South. They're 7-5. Are the Colts gonna make the playoffs? I know I've been on record to say this season that they kind of remind me of a team that's a season away, an off season away from moves. Then their quarterback got hurt, and just a lot of stuff been going on. But somehow they're 7-5. They could be a team to play spoiler, or they could be a team in the playoffs. Tennessee now moves to 4-8. Chalk up the season. If Will Levis is your guy, trade Derrick Henry, get what you can get for him. He's an aging back, so I don't know how much they're gonna get, but blow everything up and build around this guy. If you really believe in him, go get him with weapons. But yeah, I don't know. Tennessee, there's not many bright spots when you're 4-8. We're more than halfway through the season. I said, as for the Colts, they could be in the playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, playoffs. Next up, we had Miami Dolphins at the Washington Redskins, a game that the Fins were able to win 45-15. I know you're probably looking at the lopsided score and impressed, but what does this tell us about Miami? Miami just beat a 4-9 team, beat up on another team, but then when I don't want to make this a roasting session and bash them, there's no hard feelings. We beat them, so it is what it is. But I just think that Miami is frauds. It is what it is. Miami is frauds. Washington is a confusing team. This is the first time that they didn't play a team that was, I guess you could say, up here in comp. They played down here. Usually they play up here when they play teams that's good, and then they play down here when they play teams that's bad. They're a confusing team. Sam Howell, he's confusing. He was leading the league in passing yards and I believe touchdowns going into this week, and he just had a meltdown. Who knows? But we'll see what happens with Miami. We'll see. Like I said, they rely on the big play. So if they can get that off, they're good. But we'll see. And then we have the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Bucks, a game that Tampa Bay was able to win 21-18. The Bucks are now 5-7, second place in the NFC South. I don't know about the Bucks. I actually had high hopes for them coming into the season because the first couple of weeks they were playing tough, and then they kind of let me down. I don't know. We'll see if they get in the playoffs. Then you got the Panthers. They dropped to 1-11. They don't even have a first-round pick coming into this draft. It's just a bad situation. You see they fired coaches. These coaches were casualties because none of the coach actually wanted to draft C.J. Stroud. The owner wanted Bryce Love. So they took Bryce Love. You see how that's playing out. And then these guys get fired. I don't know. I don't get the NFL with these situations. It's very weird. But Carolina's going to be bad for a long time. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns at the LA Rams, a game that LA was able to win 36-19. A little bit of a beating. The Rams moved to 6-6. They're now second place in the NFC West. I don't know if the Rams will win their division. The 49ers kind of got that on lock. But the Rams have a very, very scary team to let into the playoffs. With the veterans, you got the hot offense, you got a running back that's playing good, you got receivers, Puka's back. Cup hasn't been playing great. He's kind of finding his rhythm, but that connection can click at any moment. Joe Flacco started in a game this week. It reminded me of the movie. You ever see the movie, The Replacements? The Replacements, if you ever see that movie, it was like that, seeing Joe Flacco play, because it's like, where did this guy come from? He didn't retire? Like, how does he have a job? But Cam Newton, anyway. I feel bad for the Browns. The Browns defense, I should say, because then you got your starting running back hurt for the season, your starting quarterback's hurt for the season. The defense is great. They moved to 7-5. I don't know how this season will play out, because I don't know if they got Joe Flacco starting. Are they really gonna? The offense really? What are they doing? Come on, they just scored 19 points. The next up, we had San Fran at the Eagles. Eagles. I had to be a little quiet. I'm setting up a little different. My son upstairs asleep. So if I sound a little quiet this week, that's why. But talk about took it personal. Talk about Debo bringing the black Air Force energy, had the black Air Force cleats. You could tell that the 49ers players had this game circled when the schedule dropped. Since they walked off that field, they've been itching to play Philly since if you know what happened last year in the playoffs, they did to the 49ers, the 49ers did to them today. Talking about the Eagles. Debo had 4 receptions, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, another rushing touchdown. Philly got punched in the face, and I think that they needed that, because it's like, so y'all could relate to this. They've been getting lucky. Eagles fans I'm not saying the Eagles aren't a good team, but Philly has been getting lucky. They've been getting by. They haven't been playing their best football. If I've been saying that, I've said that so many weeks. If you go back and look, Philly still hasn't been playing their best football. They look good one week, but it just, they've been winning games. People say it's because the refs. They've been winning games. They know how to win close games. But the 49ers bought that fight. Like I said, that was one of them Deontay Wilder punches. Philly got beat up on. Still number 1. They still sit at top. No free coffee this week, but they're still number 1 in the NFC, with San Fran creeping up. Then they got a big game against Dallas. And then we had our Sunday night matchup. We had my defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, at the Green Bay Packers. A game that the Cheeseheads was able to win 27-19. And I would take this time out to say congrats to my boy Dave. But one minute you telling me you a Jets fan, now you on me because the Packers won, you a Packer. I don't want to hear that, man. You got people saying this was a trap game. Look, y'all know I'm going to keep it real, straight up. I'm not going to call this a trap game. This is a game that Kansas City's inconsistent and sloppy play has caught up to them. They've been just not showing complete games. They just been just off. Mahomes throwing interceptions. Look, people, we know he's still the best quarterback in the league. I guess that goes without saying. But as far as his play this year, he doesn't look like the Patrick Mahomes we're used to seeing. The offense was supposed to bail the defense out tonight. That's what I'll say. The defense been bailing the offense out tonight. We're looking for them to put consistent games together of the offense playing well. And we just haven't seen that for the Chiefs. As a fan, I like where they sit because it's kind of like they're written off, but you can't write the Chiefs off. They're kind of like the Warriors. They got the big guns, so they can get fire at any moment. But just, I don't know. For the Packers, that's 3 straight. The Packers got a chance to make the playoffs from what I'm hearing. Jordan Love, if you go back, I've been on his case because it hasn't looked pretty for Green Bay. I laughed at the Packers. But Jordan Love, I tip my hat to you. You outplayed Mahomes tonight. You did your thing. I can't hate on you. As far as the Chiefs, like I said, man, do we put them on fraud alert? Do we put them on? Yeah, drop a comment. Do we put the Chiefs on fraud alert? I try not to look at it as a fan because at the end of the day, remove myself as the fan. I'm looking at them and saying, that's still the Chiefs. Mahomes puts that fear in you no matter what the record is. It is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see how this week plays out. We got a Monday. I don't even know who plays tonight. Who plays tonight? I don't know. Who plays? I'm tired, man. I got to get to bed, but I just wanted to get this episode out. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the people just showing support. Please like this video. I see the views going up a little bit. I'm not really worried about the views. I'm just trying to grow this channel. Like this video, drop a comment, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm taking this thing to the next level. I promise you that's my goal. Because from here, we're going to have another sports show. Just bear with me, people. Bear with me. But shout out to my Reaction Monday gang. The people that have been rocking with me since it was just a status, and I would post a status about my reaction. Now we here live to you in the flesh. But shout out to y'all, man. And as the saying goes, happy Victory Monday to the winners, and to the losers, remember, there's always next week. I'm your host, REE, a.k.a. Black Adam Schefter, and I'm out.